All right, folks, we're gonna make some fresh bread today. So we're gonna take some yeast. This is a very simple recipe I've made before and it turned out really good. So we're gonna take this yeast, and I've already put a cup of warm water in a big bowl here, but I'm gonna take another cup. So we're gonna put 2 cups of water, and it's gonna be hot tap water. And I'm gonna put my yeast in there, and then I'm gonna take, and I'm just gonna take a wooden spoon, and I'm just gonna try to get it all to dissolve in here as easy as I can. Be real gentle with it. Once we get that dissolved down, we're going to put a couple of spoonfuls of salt. And all we're going to do is have yeast, salt, 2 spoonfuls of salt, 2 cups of water, a pack of yeast, and the water's got to be hot tap water, okay? Not boiling, just hot tap water. All right, so now we're gonna get us some salt. Y'all love my videoing skills, I'm sure. So I just got me a spoon, and we're pouring a spoonful and another spoonful. And there's a little in there, so we'll just give it a shake. Kind of stir that up a little bit. Then we're going to add 4 cups of white lily bread flour. 4 cups. And all we're going to do now is just take and gently mix this up. And once we get it all mixed up, we're going to let it sit for about an hour and a half and rise. And then we're going to take and make a couple loaves out of it, and we're going to bake it. And it really doesn't take very long. We're just folding this over, trying to get all the loose flour. And I use a wood spoon, just because I like a wood spoon. It's not really a spoon, it's like a wood spatula. To kind of fold it together and then just kind of make sure it's all, sometimes you just gotta get in there with it. Make sure all the flour's combined in there and mixed really well. I'll show it to you when I get done in just a second. And this is just a live video. During this process, we'll cut it off and let it set, then we'll come back. I'll show you how we bake it, and then come back and show you the end result. But this is just good old-timey bread with a good crunchy crust on it. Sometimes I like that. I'm just taking and turning this thing like just inside out on itself. We get all the flour off the inside of this bowl. About there. Now what we're going to do, and that's it. We got salt, yeast, flour, and warm water. And we're gonna take this, just a cotton towel, and kind of sit over it. And we're gonna take a little bit of water. Let me wash my hands real quick. And we're gonna take a little bit of water and put on top of this cotton dishcloth. Just a little moisture, because it's gonna set for an hour or so. Get all that off my hands so it's soft. And I forgot to show it to you. Hold on just a second. I'll show it to you. So that's what it looks like, okay? And use a really big bowl right here, okay? Because this is the biggest bowl I got in the kitchen. It's just a big mixing bowl, and you'll see why in about an hour and a half. We'll be right back. All right, guys. About an hour and a half later, that's what we got. We're going to take that, and we're going to, sorry about that. Okay. I'm going to lay it out on this board. I'm going to get my hands, a little bit of flour on them. Take, stretch it, fold it, stretch it, fold it, stretch it, fold it. All right, then we're going to take, we're going to try to cut it into 2 equal pieces. So that piece and this piece. Try to stretch this out. And we're going, and it is just not very level. Do it like that. We're going to try to get this into some little loaves. All right, we're going to take a knife and score it across the top 3 times. And we're going to take some cornmeal, put a little light coat on this. And we're going to take this and roll it and put a little cornmeal on top of it. Okay. Now we got to get this one. Got that one almost ready. Real sharp knife, score it. Put a little cornmeal around on it. So we got us 2 loaves. Now we're going to let it sit for another probably 15-20 minutes. And kind of let it rise back up. And then we'll put it in the oven. Guys, here we go. We got our oven on 400, preheated. We got a pan of water, a little tin pan of water to keep the moisture content where it needs to be. We're just going to slide these in, and we're going to be back in about 30 to 40 minutes. Probably be closer to 30. Those loaves are a little bit smaller than the ones I done last time, so we'll be back in about 30 minutes to see the final results. Okay, so We're 30 minutes in, and we're gonna take some butter, spread across the tops of these. If I can get the butter out of the... I need one of those brushes, but I don't have one. We're about 10 more minutes away after we put this butter on. Because we've been in about 30 minutes. I set the timer at 25 or 30, I think it was. Anyway, we'll go back in the oven for about 10 more minutes. All right, what do we got? Check it out. What do you think? We're gonna put it over here on this wire rack. Man, that's hot. That's how we do it in the country. And now we're gonna get us a knife out and see if we can get this stuff cut up and see how it is. Check that out. 2 loaves, really quick, really easy. Let me get my knife. All right, here we go. Hear that? Crunchy. Check that out. Now we're going to take and get us a little bit of good old butter. Man, right out of the oven. A little butter. I got butter everywhere. That's the way we do it in the country. Quick, easy, and delicious.